What is going on, guys? Bengal King here, coming back at you with another video. And today, I'm not rebuilding the Texans. We're rebuilding the Tennessee Titans. You can tell from the title and the thumbnail. Derrick Henry is on it, and he's probably going to be the focal point of this video. I was trying to think when thinking about a thumbnail, like who is even like the most exciting, popular player on this team. And I love Kevin Byard, but no one really cares about him. Jarrell Casey's an unbelievable player. Nobody really cares. And it got me thinking that, and I already knew this, but I found it even more, no one cares about the Titans at all. It's like they moved from Houston. The Oilers already didn't have a massive fan base. It was decent, but they were not one of the oldest teams around. You know, we all know this. And then, because they were the Dallas Texans previously. I think it's the same initial franchise. And then when they moved to Tennessee and Nashville, the fan base got even more diluted. And then the Texans fans, you know, came into existence in the early 2000s that didn't go with the Titans. And no one cares about professional football in Tennessee. I'm rambling big time. But yeah, I just, like, weird. They're in need of a big superstar player to kind of, like, repopularize that team, and I'm not sure that they have one on the horizon even. They need a big receiver, and they don't have that. Corey Davis certainly hasn't been it. A.J. Brown, I think, is a beast, but is he really a superstar caliber player that's going to put people in the seats? Probably not. Derrick Henry isn't that guy. I don't know. Let me know. Who do you think is the most popular player on this team? So let's go ahead and take a look at the team. And I don't know if you guys have watched a lot of rebuilds on this channel. There are a lot of them. Check the rebuild playlist if you want me to do your favorite team. Maybe I already have. There's a pretty good chance that I have done them, at least in some capacity. So definitely make sure to check out that rebuild playlist. And here's the thing. Marcus Mariota wins the MVP like a lot. And he's not particularly good. He does have star development. I am going to start him over Ryan Tannehill, who definitely is the best QB on this roster. And whatever. We won't even talk about Ryan Tannehill. But at running back, it's actually a pretty good spot. We have Derrick Henry, who is the biggest, smallest running back in the league. And what I mean by that is he's 6'3", 250. Unbelievable size, like Brandon Jacobs. He doesn't play big really at all. He plays more like an elusive back than a power back. I don't care what his trucking rating is. He doesn't play strong, but he's not bad. Deion Lewis, of course, more of the receiving back on this team. At receiver, A.J. Brown's definitely going to play a lot. I'm going to have him at number 2. We have Adam Humphries, Tajay Sharp in here, Khalif Raymond. Not all that good, but the offensive line is fairly good. Taylor Lewan, Jack Conklin are definitely good players at left and right tackle. Roger Saffold in there at left guard. Is a little bit older, but he should be good for at least right now. He's 31 years old, but someone will have to upgrade eventually. Kevin Pamphil is on this team. We have Ben Jones at center. And the interesting thing about Nate Davis is he's young. He's not particularly good in any one area, other than being as a lead blocker. He's a run blocker overall, but there's potential here at least. And now it's another player in the NFL out of Charlotte, not named Larry Ogunjobi. Now, let's talk about the defense. Jeffrey Simmons was one of my favorite players in the class coming out of Mississippi State. I think Jeffrey Simmons is unbelievable, and he's been fantastic in the NFL so far. Was on IR and then recently taken off because he tore his ACL last year. But Jeffrey Simmons was one of the best players in the class by far, like top 3, top 5 player in the class, and fell all the way to number 17, I want to say, because of injury and because he got into an altercation with a lady that we won't get into. But he was taken at number 19, my bad, not 17. And I knew it was that range. But that even goes to further to the point. He was a top 5 player in the class. And their defensive line's good. He's going to be a focal point. Daquan Jones in here as well. Probably can work with him. And Jarrell Casey's been one of the most underrated players in the league for a long time. At outside linebacker, I like Cameron Wake, but he's super old. Kamalei Correa is certainly not the answer. But Harold Landry is a really, really good young player. Rashaan Evans is really good. Jayon Brown is a good cover linebacker. Wesley Woodyard probably won't play much of a role. Kevin Byard is one of the most underrated players in the league as well. Amani Hooker is a rookie out of Iowa. Or, no, he's a second-year player, excuse me. He's a second year. No, he is a rookie. My bad. Why did I get tripped up? I don't know. Kenny Vaccaro, one of my favorite players in college ever, out of Texas. Was never really all that good in the NFL. He's always been decent, but he was taken at, I think, number 16 in the draft back in like 20 15, something like that. And he just never has really lived up to that draft stock with the Saints. And he was, number 5, 2014, my bad. But yeah, I mean, I loved him in college. Probably going to have to move on from him. And then a cornerback, Malcolm Butler is not good. He's ridiculously overrated. Probably should not be a 78. Probably should not have star development. He did make a huge play in the Super Bowl years ago, and had a good season that year. And I think the next year as well, but he fell off a cliff. Logan Ryan was on the same team with the Patriots for a while, and it was pretty good. He's decent here. 86 overall feels a bit high in comparison to Jurrell Casey, because Jurrell Casey's one of the best 3-4 defensive ends in football, and Logan Ryan, I don't think is sniffing one of the top 10 cornerback spots in football by a lot. Adoree Jackson here as well is pretty high overall star development. Should be able to work with that. Special teams doesn't matter so much. We have Brett Kern and Ryan Suckup. Let's go ahead and jump into the rebuild. I want to improve on some spots in the offensive line. I want to improve at our playmaking positions, really. Wide receiver, cornerback even. We'll just have to see. It's not a terrible team, just a little bit old, and we definitely need a quarterback. Let's go ahead and simulate to the... let's make some trades, actually. I didn't even mention Delanie Walker, another really underrated player in the league. Here's the problem. He's 35. I might have to trade him. This is like an unrealistic rebuild, so I can kind of just make moves to get younger and get better, get more picks. Delanie Walker probably has to go. First trade is Adam Humphries and Delanie Walker for a first-round pick from the Broncos. I mean, it's just easy to get a pick like that. I thought about trading Mariota. I still probably am going to trade Mariota. It just makes the most sense. He's in a contract year. We're not going to be retaining him. So why not get rid of him to a potential quarterback-needy team? Minnesota Vikings are always terrible in simulation. Although I wonder how they would be now that some of the draft changes have been made. So maybe the Bengals first round would be a little bit better for us. Could also pick up a player potentially, but I might just go straight up for number 3 overall. Yeah, I didn't think that would go through. So we're going to have to add some more to this trade. Definitely not trading Jack Conklin. Cameron Wake could be on the table. They don't need a left outside linebacker. They play in a 4-3, so I'm kind of surprised they have interest in him. And we definitely could get that pick outright right now. Let's go ahead and try to add a 2. You know, let's just go for it. Marcus Mariota and Cameron Wake for the number 3 overall pick from the Cincinnati Bengals. Why not? We're getting younger. We're getting better. We're clearing cap space as well. Not that we're adding big contracts now, but I think we're going to be eventually. Definitely want to make some moves in free agency. And, I mean, Kenny Vaccaro is even someone that I probably should trade. I don't just want to trade the entire team, though. I don't think that's fun. I know that it's going to change so much anyway. I didn't even talk about DeAndre Walker, by the way. 5th-round pick out of Georgia. Love this guy. I think he's going to be a good player in the future. Was a 5th-round pick, so you're not really expecting too much. But I thought DeAndre Walker easily could have gone in the 2nd or 3rd round. Big fan of him. So very excited to see what he can do. Titans, I think, had a very good draft. A.J. Brown, who I was high on. Jeffrey Simmons, who I was super high on. DeAndre Walker, who I was high on. They did very well. All right, trading Malcolm Butler, Roger Saffold, a 3rd next year for a 1st and a 3rd from the Bills this year. I like those picks a lot. I think the Bills are going to be pretty bad. I am really overhauling this roster a lot. I know these trades are unrealistic, but we're going to have a little bit of fun with this one and see what we can do. I want to get younger. I want to get better. I want to clear some cap space. And a lot of these contracts are pretty bad. I'm holding on to them anyway, like not Taylor Lewan more so, but more so Dion Lewis and Daquan Jones. I still want to trade more. Kenny Vaccaro should be traded. I shouldn't hold on to him. I love Kenny Vaccaro. I should not keep him on the team. I really shouldn't. I'm probably going to hold on to him, though, because I'm a fool. But I'll see if we can make, like, a trade for a player with some potential. It's very hard to get rookies. Like, a player I'd like to get a lot is Sean Murphy-Bunting, but I just don't think that this trade would ever be accepted. Yeah, there's no interest there at all from the Bucs. It's very tough to get a lot of rookies. Some are easier to trade for, and that you wouldn't think they would be, but they are. O.J. Howard. This is a player I would definitely like to target. And we do it straight up. Kenny Vaccaro for O.J. Howard. The Bucs are not using O.J. Howard at all in Bruce Arians' system in Tampa Bay. Obviously, Chris Godwin is a big part of that scheme. Mike Evans, of course, huge part. But they don't really throw the tight ends at all. Maybe Cameron Brate once in a blue moon. But O.J. Howard is certainly a fantastic replacement to Delaney Walker. Also didn't even talk about Jonnu Smith, who has star development. And then Michael Pruitt is in there as well. But this is going to be the team for season number 1. Did a little bit of a tank. I don't think we're going to be too competitive. Even if Ryan Tannehill is good, we're not going to hold on to him. We're going to look to draft a quarterback or acquire a quarterback somehow. But this is going to be the team for season 1. It isn't good. It's not supposed to be good. We're going Miami Dolphins, Cincinnati Bengals, tank mode, trying to get some of the top picks in this draft and revamp this team, building through the draft and acquiring some big players through free agency. We're clearing some cap space. We're going to make some moves. We're going to be a competitive team. Gosh, the CPU signed Andrew Luck, so we're 4-4. I don't love when they do that. I like when they fill the roster. I don't like that Andrew Luck is in the game. Take him out of the player pool, dude. It's so frustrating to see this happen continually. You play strong safety now. Go retire. Please, get out of here. I hate it so much. Logan Ryan is an impending free agent. I did not know that. I should have checked. That's something I should have checked for sure. He's going to get a 1-year deal. He wants 1 year. It's expensive, but he's not even face scan either. That's crazy. Logan Ryan resigns. He might be a player we look to trade. Yeah, he's probably going to regress. We lost value there. Derrick Henry, someone I want to resign as well. This is not even a bad contract. I can boost that a little bit. Don't want it to be more than 6 for the first year. So Derrick Henry resigns. Jack Conklin, also someone I'd like to bring back. 5-year deal for him. He's only 25. We can boost the money just a little bit, under 7 mil overall. So Jack Conklin resigns. Ben Jones can walk. Woodyard can walk. Tajay Sharp can walk. Obviously, don't want Ryan Tannehill. Those are probably the only players I'll go after. Week 17, we are not making the playoffs. We just beat the Texans 21-0. Finished 6-10. Thank you. I didn't want to do well. Andrew Luck was like, I got you. I'm like, please don't. Not only is Andrew Luck, he should be retired. He shouldn't be in the league. He goes and signs with the Titans, who wouldn't even have his rights in the first place. The Colts would have him. He goes to play for a division rival now that the Colts are in the Jacoby Brissett era. This game is ridiculous. We'll check out how we went 6-10, though, as the offense was very mediocre. 20th is not great. Oh, we had a very bad defense. Okay. Worst in the NFL. That could do it. I guess I understand that. Yeah, we were really bad for yards. And points allowed was not much better. Obviously, we can't see Andrew Luck, but he played 8 games. So, rushing Derrick Henry, good year. Didn't really get a whole lot of attempts. Deion Lewis split. Not really. Like, he took a share. Took a third of his carries away, pretty much. And then receiving, A.J. Brown had a good year. Averaged a lot per catch. 15.7, 9 touchdowns as well. O.J. Howard, monster year. 86 catches, 876 yards, and 10 TDs. Oh, my goodness. What a year from O.J. Howard. Defensively, Jayon Brown was great. Rashaan Evans was very good. Tackles for loss. Harold Landry with 13. I'd like to get more pressure on the quarterback. Didn't really get a whole lot of here. Terrell Casey led with 7 interceptions. Logan Ryan had 5 picks. I mean, definitely worthy of a new contract, but we gave him 1 year, and again, he's probably going to get traded. He's just in one of those weird age situations where it doesn't really make sense to re-sign him, as Deshaun Watson wins MVP of the 9-7 Texans. Check out the AFC Offensive Player of the Year, also Deshaun Watson. No Titans. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Jack. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Josh Jacobs. A.J. Brown at 3 would have been nice to win there. I hope we get Defensive Rookie of the Year with Jeffrey Simmons, but we don't. He finishes number 6 as Cleveland Ferrell wins at Oliver in there. No other Titans. Cowboys won the Super Bowl 42-24. As are we making a decision on anybody else? I don't think so, right? We're going to see regression. Ben Jones down to a 76 from a 78. Tajay Sharp didn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to re-sign any of those players. I don't think they're going to be instrumental in our success for the future. So I'm going to pass on that. Show me some development trait upgrades. We're definitely going to use these skill points, but not right now. It doesn't matter. Tajay Sharp still here for the time being, but he'll be gone. I definitely want to get a better receiver in there. And I want A.J. Brown to play. So I want 3. I don't want it to be Tajay Sharp, who It's not terrible, but I just don't want him. Right guard is position I want. Center going into the draft. Defensively, Kevin Byard is upgraded to Superstar X Factor. Let's go, Kevin Byard. He is definitely not face scanned. He's looking frightening. Let's ignore that. Oh my lord. So we don't actually have a ton of money. We have a decent bit. Chris Jones could be a player we target. I think I'll pass though. Antonio Brown, obviously not. Kendall Fuller, no. As yet, Logan Ryan regressed to an 84, which is not good. That's not great because he would have had more value probably as a 28-year-old 86 overall and not an 84 overall 29-year-old. So he kind of missed there. Joe Tooney is going to make a lot of sense. I feel like we signed him a lot, but he's expensive. I'm not going to do that. Yannick Ngakoue, steal him from the Jags. We need an edge. How expensive are you? I don't want to pay 10 mil. We just don't have it right now. We have 22 mil in total. This might be a year where I have to pass on free agents, and I think it's going to be. We're just going to build through the draft. We have a lot of picks. We're going to hit on our draft picks is all. We should have some really, really high picks. I haven't checked, but we should. Probably 3 top 10 maybe, something like that, because we did poorly. The Bills probably did poorly. So we have number 5 is our first one. That's a little bit disappointing. Giants, Jets, Dolphins, Raiders, and then we're up. Interesting. So, but we have 3 top 10 though, 5, 8, 10. Kind of disappointed in the quarterbacks that are here. I really am. Might have to take like a bridge QB. Marvin North would be bad. Tracy Waller might be the best option, but I don't want to waste a second round pick on him, really. These are not like game-changing players for our organization. So, I don't want to waste picks. Ooh, baller. Roger Goodell. F you. Maybe. Don't know anything about him. Dude, look at these tight ends that are here. Eddie Lopez looks like a monster out of Florida. We know about Florida tight ends. I mean, Aaron Hernandez was an absolute killer. I don't know what happened to him. He got out of the league somehow. But he was good for a while. At left tackle, Jeffrey Aldridge could be very good. We don't really need a tackle, but we can always move him inside. Steve Swiney looks okay. I mean, really that bench press is going to carry his overall. All right, so not going to lie, this draft class, kind of bad. We're at number 5. I just went one by one. There is not really a number of players that I want. I think it's a bad class overall. So Kyle Gaines is going to be the pick. This is not a bad player, by the way. I just don't think he's going to be exceptional. Could be mid-70s, 76 maybe. Kyle Gaines out of Wisconsin. I have high hopes. He's fast. He has decent top skills, so maybe. He's a 77, actually. He's the best player in the class. Okay. Hidden development. Star or better. This is a bit surprising. However, here's what's disappointing about this. It goes true to what I was saying, is even though he's the number 1 player in the class, he's only a 77 overall. And we've seen 80s, like 81, 82 might be the highest I've seen. I think somebody tweeted 83. It's tough to confirm because the highest I've ever seen is like an 81 or an 80. And this guy's the number 1 at 77, which is not that amazing. But he's a good player. I just feel like this is going to be like a lot of trading down for picks next year. I'm still upset there's like no stud quarterback in this class. And there's not even one that I'm even lukewarm on. So I think what I'm going to do is get like the Jets pick, or I mean the Dolphins more likely, unless they signed a quarterback. They still have Rosen. I want their first rounder next year, and I want their 2. And you know what? I want a 2 this year as well. So give me all that. Okay, they're not down. They're not going to be down straight up. Okay, wow. That's like a big slap in the face. All right, I'm trading number 8 this year and a 7 this year for number 7 projected from the Giants. Even though the Giants had the first overall pick this year, so who knows. And then I don't know if I'll take number 10 or not. Probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't force it just because I know the class next year is going to be better, but also like we're going to progress these players, so they might end up being good next year anyway. I don't know. It depends who's here. We're going to take Denard Crothers here at number 10. He's a backup defensive tackle or gives us versatility to move to either a 4-3 or start him over Daquan Jones if he's good enough. So I like Denard Crothers. He's a bit older at 23, but he's got good top 3 skills. He's very strong. He's going to be a really good defensive tackle in the 3-4, so that's probably where we'll play him. He is a 77 overall. Okay, things are looking up. Star better development on him as well. He's the number 5 player in the class at 77 overall, so we know that there are at least 5 players at 77 overall in this class, and Denard Crothers is one, so he's just 1 overall less than Daquan Jones right now, and he's also way younger with a way better contract. We did take him at 10, so it's not like that amazing of a contract, but he'll probably start over Daquan Jones. The biggest thing is he has a better development trait because it's not normal. It's at least better than that. All right, at the end of the first round here, I'm taking DJ Strong out of Miami. High hopes for him, honestly. He's going to be my strong safety, has good hit power, 5'10", 204, so a little bit light for that strong side, but we're going to play him over there anyway. And DJ Strong is the number 9 player in the class. Only normal development, which is a little bit disappointing. So this is a slight downgrade from Kenny Vaccaro. If he had star development or better, I'd be like, it's probably a wash just because of age. But he's a slight downgrade for just this year. He'll surpass him, I'm confident, but top 10 player in the class here at number 25. He was 3rd round projected. Had high hopes for him. Yeah, he's all right. Trading this pick at the top of the 2nd, a 5th and a 3rd for a 1st round pick for the Vikings next year. I just don't want it. I'm not going to take a 2nd round quarterback just to take a quarterback. It's unfortunate that this is a year that we kind of have to progress with a bridge QB, whoever that ends up being. But there's just no reason at all to just take a QB for the sake of taking a quarterback. As I'm taking Martin Aquaviva here out of Illinois. Pretty good name. Good top 3 skills. Should be a player that comes in and starts right away. At 71 overall and a star better development. Number 29 in the class. We took him at 72. He's an upgrade. He'll start right away. That's good. This is our guy in the 6 here. Shane Cordell out of Illinois. We just drafted a guy that protected him. And now we're drafting the man himself. Shane Cordell. Yeah, he's a beast. 87 throw power, 54 awareness. Is he good at anything? He's pretty tough. So no, he's not actually good at anything. So the draft didn't look all that good, but the first 6 picks were, I mean, really solid. I guess this was just like an evenly ranked draft class. Like, it wasn't exceptionally good, but it certainly wasn't bad. So, I don't know. It's a weird one. Yeah, so I did a thing where I didn't want to force drafting a position just to have it. Nate Davis we're going to stick with, but I guess, what is Joe Douglas? Yeah, Joe. He's just kind of stuck here for the time being, Jamil Douglas. Aquaviva, I guess he's going to play center. It's not ideal. But it is what it is. This is a developmental year. That's what we're going to call this, because we don't have a quarterback. We just don't have one. I need to get some type of quarterback to get these receivers yards. Crothers is the same overall as Daquan Jones because he regressed. I got to trade Daquan Jones. I need a 3rd corner. Ah, gosh. I need to make a trade. Daquan Jones is being traded. Ronald Darby's here. Like that, yeah, it's an expensive salary for 1 year. I wish we didn't have to pay it, but also Ronald Darby's good in the game. Has been kind of getting cooked in real life, so we're not going to talk about that. I need a quarterback. Yikes. Brett Hundley, I guess, is the best option. We're going to sign Brett Hundley. We still don't have a lot of cap room, by the way, which is unfortunate. I got corner. I got quarterback. I think that's it. All right, next step, trade Daquan Jones in an unrealistic manner for a good offensive guard. So that's just good. That's just what happens next. That's just what's going to happen. I can't speak, dude. That's just what's going to be. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Which is like barely English, by the way. But that's what I was going for. Quentin Nelson. Yeah, like watch this. Look how stupid. Look how stupid this is. This should never be a thing. But we're going to be all over this. We're going to be all over this. Daquan Jones, a 5th and a 6th for Quentin Nelson. Yeah, it's a pretty good trade for us. Would it happen in real life? I think it's safe to say that probably not. Probably wouldn't happen. But also, he's a beast. Nate Davis plays right guard now, even though he played right guard last year, I think, for us. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. He's actually not terrible. He's going to be up near a 70. We have our center. Now the offensive line looks really good. That's just what Quentin Nelson does. Big addition. All right, this is the team for season number 2. It's not going to be good. I need a quarterback. There were no quarterbacks to take, so was not going to force it. Why? Oh, they got skill points from the preseason. All right, but Crothers is starting a D-tackle. The team's not bad. DeAndre Walker looks like a rust spot. It's just some normal dev making the team look a little bit bad right now. But we're fine. Gaines is going to return punts, I guess. That's kind of sick. Aquaviva is going to be our long snapper because he has good development trait, and maybe he can progress faster with more snaps at long snapper. I don't know. Crothers, rush D tackle 2. Landry and Simmons. That's a weird rush end to have, but we're going to work with it. And then A.J. Brown is not going to be our slot receiver. Call me crazy, but... And Crowther is going to start, actually, over Jarrell Casey as rush D tackle. You know why? Because Jarrell Casey is regressing. And I'm not trading Jarrell Casey. He's a staple of this Titans team. Honestly, you could say he's one of the best Titans ever. And that's definitely not a crazy thing to say. However, this slot receiver is going to be a good slot receiver. It's going to be the rookie, Kyle Gaines. A.J. Brown's good. Kyle Gaines is going to win Rookie of the Year in the slot, hopefully. So I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize that. I will see you guys at the midseason mark. Hoping for big things. I just want awards. I want rookies to progress. I want young players to regress. And then we're going to be golden. Adoree Jackson's a free agent. We're 2-5, so not good, but better than I wanted to be. I don't know how we beat the Browns 27-13. They are a broken team in simulation. They really don't lose, yet here we are beating them, which is kind of whatever. I want a better pick, so I don't really want to win this year. I know, I don't really have the competitive thirst required to be a winner. Darby's not going to get extended for right now. OJ, I didn't trade Logan Ryan. You guys should have said something. Gosh. And I did. It doesn't matter. I can't read into the future. So Jonnu Smith declined. He wants better salary, but he's a backup tight end, so I don't really care. Jayon Brown, Corey Davis, Adoree Jackson re-signed. I don't know about Logan Ryan yet. He's going to be like an 81 overall, 82. So I don't know yet. OJ Howard re-signed. Again, Ronald Darby, I don't want to give him 8 per year. I just don't want to do that. So we're just going to simulate to the midseason mark. Nope, that's where we are. We're going to simulate to the playoffs, which I hope we don't make. I don't think we will. And just like, Bengal, you're rebuilding a team and don't want to make the playoffs? It's not a team that can win the Super Bowl, so no, I don't want to sneak into the playoffs with 9 wins or something just to get annihilated in the divisional, or the wild card probably, more likely. Did make the playoffs. We won in Week 17. Finished 6-10 again, but worse than the Jags, so that's cool, so we'll have a higher pick than they do. Brett Hundley was decent. He was decent for what Brett Hundley is. Defense improved, although they were still not good. But Brett Hundley could have been worse. Rushing Derrick Henry was good. Still not getting a ton of touches. We need to get rid of Dion Lewis pretty badly. And Brett Hundley's running the ball too much. I'll say it. Kyle Gaines was great as a rookie. 85 catches, over 1,000 yards, 11 TDs. What a monster. That's got to be Rookie of the Year for sure. Rashaan Evans was good. 107 tackles, led the team tackles for loss. Jeffrey Simmons, 16. Didn't really get a whole lot of pressure, but 16 tackles for loss is awesome. And Denard Crothers at a USF, not really drafted to be a pass rusher, has a great, and I know we played him at rush D tackle, so shut up, but look at his power and finesse moves. Terrible. Yet he had 10 sacks. Sim is weird. Logan Ryan, 3 picks, led the team again. Logan Ryan's the truth, man. I don't know. Maybe we do have to re-sign him, but also probably not. Trubisky wins MVP. Nope, no he didn't. I'm not looking at it. Offensive Player of the Year is Phillip Rivers. No Titans. Defensive Player of the Year, Justin Houston. No Titans. We should have at least one, though. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kyle Gaines. With no good quarterback, he had to be the guy who won it. Defensive Rookie of the Year, it goes to Denard Crothers. We had the Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, DJ Strong, in there as well. At number 4, I think that was. So what a great year. That's exactly what we wanted to do, was win Rookie of the Year for both offensive and defense, and we did. That was fantastic. So hopefully they get an upgrade in development trait past the Super Bowl week. Let's bring in some big players in free agency. We have a lot of money, and let's hit in the draft. All right, so development traits have been revealed. Kyle Gaines only had star. I was really hoping on superstar for him, but he has a lot of skill points. OJ Howard has 2, but Aquaviva only had star. Defensively, There we go. And I don't know if he got upgraded to this or if he had it in general, but Denard Crothers, he was star, but he got superstar development for winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, let me ask you this question. How come the Offensive Rookie of the Year didn't go up to superstar? I've got questions, and I don't have a whole lot of answers, and I don't like it. Darby, I'm not bringing back. Logan Ryan's down to 82. He can walk. Jonnu Smith, 26. I don't want to give you all this money. What do you want, a better bonus? I give him slightly better bonus. It's not a great contract for us, but he's going to test out free agency. That's fine. That's fine, Jonnu. We don't need you because we have O.J. Howard, and you didn't really play that much anyway. We didn't care about you. Nobody loves you. No one's going to miss you. I didn't have to be that cruel. I get it. Free agency, though. Tre'Davious White is the guy. Trey White, former LSU standout, is the guy. And we're lowballing him since no one else has made an offer to him. Like, if I can go even lower on that and still get him to accept, that'd be fantastic. Marcus Williams is so enticing. He was so good at Utah, too. And was also great, like, for the Saints so far in his career, other than one play. His awareness is so high, which is carrying his overall. He's a little bit too expensive, a little bit too rich for my blood at the moment. Chidobe Awuzie would be a very good addition to the team. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. Jabril Peppers, that'd be the guy. How much do you want? Not even that much. So we got Jabril Peppers. That's a big addition. Now, I know we did draft DJ Strong to play strong safety. He's only got 2 points, man. He'll be a backup, and backup strong safety is utilized sometimes. So he's going to be near 78 to start next year, which is fine. But, I mean, we want to get there a little bit faster, and DJ Strong is not going to give us what we want. So Jabril Peppers, good addition at strong safety. I still want Tre'Davious White. That's the biggest thing. I am going to upgrade this team before the draft, just so we can kind of get a picture of what we need more. I hope other teams aren't big on Tre'Davious White, but I've stolen players like this in free agency before. The Patriots are coming in. All right, well, sorry. All right, we got Tre'Davious White. That was the big player that we needed to get in the offseason, and we got him. We need a quarterback. That's really our biggest issue by a lot. Rashaan Evans, I thought got upgraded, but now it's J.M. Brown, who had normal and still has not been upgraded. But Tre'Davious White is a huge addition to the team. Really cannot understate that. Cannot overstate that. All right, Kyle Gaines is up to an 84 already. He got a lot of points. Aquaviva probably going to move back to guard if I draft a center. I don't know. We're going to draft a good offensive lineman. Crother's already at an 83. The team is definitely good. I'm not sure what I'm doing with DJ Strong yet. I'm really not. We're going to figure it out. He might end up being a slot cornerback for us, which wouldn't be the worst thing. It really wouldn't be. Because Adoree Jackson definitely is not built to play the slot. He's not at all. NFL draft time. We pick at number 6. The Patriots have the first pick. We also pick at number 7. I might end up trading up. Depends who's here. This dude's name is Kendrick McKenzie, and I don't know why it bothers me so much. It's like, it's not the same, but it might as well be. I don't like it. All right, trading number 7 overall. Cordell, who was a quarterback we drafted last year in the 6th, and a second-round pick next year for number 2 overall from the Broncos. They liked Cordell for some reason, even though they really didn't, and I don't want to risk them taking the player that I want. I'm probably going to get back-to-back picks even, and the first guy we're going to take is a cornerback in Jalen Walker out of North Dakota State. You think North Dakota State? First player that pops in your mind, probably Easton Stick, except it probably isn't. It's probably Carson Wentz, but I like Easton Stick's cool. But Jalen Walker is a beast. And we've seen North Dakota State players go number 2 overall before in Carson Wentz. Jalen Walker is no different. And he is an 80 overall. Star or better development. I didn't expect him to be that high, even though his traits were amazing. 96 speed, 80 man. Good agility. Really good agility. Good awareness. Awareness is so high. Where's his play rec? Am I missing it? 75, top right. I mean, decent zone. Really, really, really good player. I couldn't miss out on him. I had to move up. And I'm very glad that I did. I was just talking about some of the highest overall players I've ever drafted. Jalen Walker at 80 overall certainly is one of the top 5 highest overall players I've drafted in Madden 20. As I'm going to move up for the Steelers pick and take a quarterback. It's happening. All right, don't want to risk out on this player either. Flanagan, who's a backup tight end, and we don't need. Number 6 overall and a 4th rounder for number 3 overall from the Steelers. Had to move up a couple picks, but again, I'm not going to take any type of a chance in missing a player that I want. And Seth Valentine is going to be the newest member of the, what team am I? I'm the Tennessee Titans. I think he's going to be like mid 70, 74 to 76 range probably, which isn't terrible. I don't think he's going to be much worse than that, but could be our quarterback in the future. 75 overall, right in between 74 and 76. Star, better development. This is our QB of the future. He's very well-rounded. 90 short accuracy is very high. Doesn't really break a whole lot of sacks, but that's fine. Looks like a big game manager. And that's what field general is, by the way. It just means you're a game manager. But he's all right. Could be our QB of the future. I think he's going to be. Damn, there's goes to 78 overall defensive tackle. DeAndre Denard out of Washington State. What a beast. Like, I want to take Devon Marshall out of Oklahoma only because I think he's going to be a very, very, very good player. It just doesn't make sense to, so we're going to take another offensive lineman here at number 12. This one is Chase Larson out of Ole Miss, and he is the newest member of the Tennessee Titans. Number 4 in the class, star or better development. Probably play him at right guard, I would guess. Probably. And he's really good, obviously. 90 strength, good run block, good pass block, good everything. He's a really, really good player. Nice speed as well. But, yeah, I want to see what Devon, the cornerback's overall is. I assume he's not going to last much longer. There goes a good cornerback, 75. Not even hesitating there. This cornerback is still on the board. There he goes. Devon Marshall, 76 overall. So, I mean, pretty good, but obviously we got the much better cornerback. One player on my draft board here is Manny Galindo, but we don't need him because he was drafted a good offensive lineman. So, I don't really need this pick at all. Let's just take Chris Ramsey. First round caliber guy, 70 overall normal dev, number 29 in the draft. We took him at number 39. So it's good value for the pick. You know, I knew he wasn't going to be very good or like amazing. Last pick we have is in the 7th round, so I'm just going to simulate. It doesn't really matter. We got good depth, and we're building the defense. Offense is coming along nicely. Thought about going receiver in this class, but there's just no real reason to. We got A.J. Brown. We have the receiver we drafted last year, who I can't remember his name. We have Corey Davis, obviously. So the team is definitely very much improved. Taking a quarterback was the biggest thing we had to do in this class, and we did. Definitely going to get a backup quarterback as well, just to have one. And Chase Larson, who's a power player, should actually be a very, very nice fit in at right guard. Has the size for the position, has the athleticism. 69 speed isn't amazing, but it's pretty dang good. He's a 78 overall at that position. And the team is certainly coming along. Could use a backup tight end, but yeah, Kyle Gaines was his name. This is a good team. Deion Lewis, I said I was going to get rid of. He continues to regress. I haven't even done anything to him. And then defensively, I mean, Walker is that type of player who got a superstar X factor. I'm going to start him at number 2. Like, I know Adoree Jackson's an 87. I get that. I don't care. Who is this guy? Jalen Walker. Of course. We just drafted him. Kind of forget that, like, cornerbacks can return kicks. Last one I remember who used to do that a lot. Well, I guess Patrick Peterson does, but really was, like, Champ Bailey. And I'm sure there are more. But, like, that's the last one that really just jumps into my mind when I think about that. And he didn't even return kicks all that often, but was electric when he did. And Brett Hundley, welcome back. Certainly a good backup quarterback. Was good last year. I need a backup tight end. Probably need 2 tight ends, honestly. So Jared Cook, why not? A little bit older. So is Jimmy Graham, but they might be able to be good for this, like, this last hurrah, because that's what it is for them at 34 years old apiece. So what else? Offensive line, good. Cornerback, good. I need a backup defensive tackle. Corey Liuget was so good for the Chargers, and then he got cut, and then I don't think he's even on a team in real life. Did anyone get him, Corey Liuget? I don't remember him being signed. No, he was signed by the Raiders in late August, and then he got cut in October, so I guess Corey Liuget was a Raider. I don't know why he's out of the league. He was a good player. I guess he's just, like, his production dropped off substantially. Yeah, but I like Corey Liuget. This is the team for season number 3. Finally think that we're going to have a hell of a team here. So I'm excited for it. DJ Strong is just kind of He's going to be that player that just was drafted the first round that never really ends up playing a lot just because of other moves that we made. And that's a rarity for me. I usually like to play rookies, especially ones that I draft in the first round. I know he's in his second year now. But yeah, just not really a player that developed fast enough to warrant being played in that role. So Kyle Gaines going to be our starting slot receiver. And we'll go ahead and simulate to the midseason mark after spending just a little bit of Coach XP. And I will see you guys there at the midseason to re-sign some players. Quarterback training boost is in full effect. 87 overall. Like, this is kind of a god squad here in year 3 already. Midseason mark, we are 4-3, so we're finally positive, and especially following a loss to the Colts, who now hold sole possession over the division lead in the AFC South. 86 overall, 87 offense, 85 defense, did I say? Yes. Here's the thing. Quentin Nelson, impending free agent. Harold Landry. Rashaan Evans isn't here. Only 3 players, we're fine. If we have like 40 mil after Quentin Nelson, we should be fine. 29. Ooh, yikes. That actually puts us in kind of a tough spot. This is a big contract, but he deserves it, obviously. We're just going to extend this, like stretch it out just a little bit. All right, we got Rashaan Evans back. We got Harold Landry and Quentin Nelson back, but we're running a little bit low on funds here, which is not where we want to be. I'm not sure how adventurous we'll be able to get in free agency. But let's go ahead and upgrade the team and then simulate to the playoffs. Playoff time. Tell me we actually made the playoffs. How cool would that be, finally, in year 3? Nah, we didn't. 7-9. I mean, that's improvement, I guess. It's kind of the Titans' usual mediocrity. We had a rookie quarterback, and the offense was terrible. That makes sense. Defense was fantastic, though. That's where we wanted to be. Defense is good. Offense, bad. Bad, 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 bad. Top 10 defense, though, which is cool. Seth Valentine could have put up numbers. These are, like, very, very similar to what Baker Mayfield did last year. Same touchdown to interception ratio. Rushing, Derrick Henry was still pretty good. Deion Lewis still getting a lot of carries. We're going to get him out of here. Kyle Gaines had a good year again. 11 TDs. O.J. Howard was fantastic. Corey Davis was good. We just need this offense to progress. Jeffrey Simmons was a beast. Quarterback sacks 7 for Jarrell Casey, 6 for Jeffrey Simmons. Interceptions, 2 for Jayon Brown, 2 for Tre'Davious White. We need to force more turnovers, but I guess as long as the defense... Geez, we forced only 2 fumbles and recovered 0 of them. But as long as this defense is holding opposing offenses to as few yards as they are, we should be fine. Mahomes won the MVP and Offense Player of the Year. And Defensive Player of the Year went to Dante Hightower. No Titans, but... Or Jayon Brown's in there. But as you saw, Seth Valentine won the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Preston Carr. Jalen Walker at number 2. Ramsey was the outside linebacker at number 9. Dang. Just missed out on Defensive Rookie of the Year as well. So that kind of sucks. But we'll simulate to the offseason. And what do we need, really? Have safeties. Could use an outside linebacker, maybe. We have a defensive line. Our cornerbacks are good. Receivers are good. I mean, the team's good, man. As the Ravens beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl 35-27. Deion Lewis is down to a 73. So, yeah, he's gone. So we don't even have to worry about trading or cutting him. We're just good. We'd have no cap room. $300K. Would be nice to get Jair Alexander. We don't need him, but would be nice. J.J. Watt in here as well. Obviously, Von Miller. Yeah, we just can't afford anything, which is fine because we have a good team. So, Crothers is a potential fullback for us. That's crazy that he defaults to that. Anyway, Valentine only has a star. Was hoping that'd be higher. It isn't, but he's up to a 79. Defensively, Walker at superstar. Okay. I like that. I like that. Superstar dev's pretty good. Pick at number 13. Yeah, I mean, we can really go anywhere here. I mean, Norman Perry looks like not that good. We don't need to take quarterback anyway. Christopher Hannah looks like the best quarterback in the class. He's probably a stud. I'm tempted. I'm not going to lie to you. But there's just no reason to do that. Look at all the D tackles. This is a good year to need one. This is like last year's class with D tackles. I feel like you really can't miss here. Who's the best? Who looks like the best? Raymond Wheeler, maybe, but hit power's up there. Freddie Lambert looks really good. I mean, they all look really good. Sean Briscoe looks like a stud. Is a run stopper type. Would fit the scheme. He'd basically be our Jarrell Casey replacement. I should have went one by one to see like who would get taken, but I didn't. I wanted to see the overalls. We can always check later. We don't really need anybody is the thing. Let's go with just the best player that is here. A receiving back. This is our Dion Lewis replacement to complement Derrick Henry. Looks like he could be a pretty good player. And he is. Number 2 in the class. Only normal development, but 79 overall. And he should have good receiving stats. That makes him such a high overall. Yeah, he's all right, but he's a receiving back. So it's kind of whatever. Let's get another receiver. Tremont Hill here out of Syracuse. 68 overall. Drafted him at 61. He's number 77 in the class. Not terrible, but that's going to do it for the draft. Yeah, this is a player I considered taking. Was not available. 80 overall. So that's pretty good. Bad morale for going to Philly, though. I don't blame him. Garbage city, am I right? But that quarterback who went at number 2, pretty good. 78 overall. I want to see developments on some of these players. Yeah, he looks really good. He's definitely better than the quarterback we drafted, at least at the time, especially if he's great development. He has superstar, so yeah, it is. I want to see Bo, though. I want to see what Bo's is. Calvin Bo out of Duke. Can you name a good Duke pass rusher? They don't exist. He has stars, so not that good. But this is the team for season number 4. Could be the final season. I think we're going to make the playoffs. This is definitely a solid team. As my voice trying to go out on me. I'm not going to let it. I'm just going to talk through the pain. Defense is definitely the best part. I have a lot of cool developments all over the place, including Jalen Walker. I'm playing him over Adoree Jackson. I like the development trait better. I think it looks better. That's the reality. And I'm an aestheticist. That sounds like that could be a thing. I don't know. If you say it with enough conviction, people go, oh, aestheticist. Sure, okay. Mid-season mark, we're not doing so hot. 2-5-1. That's kind of how these go sometimes. We just won't win. Titans are just one of those teams in Sim. We just don't play well. Jeffrey Simmons gets a new contract. I like him. AJ Brown, who cares? DeAndre Walker is like, I like him, but should we really extend him? AJ Brown's going to get a contract. Hopefully he resigns. Better salary. Well, I want better performance. How's that? DeAndre Walker is a little bit too expensive for that type of production, so no. Jarrell Casey, 32 years old, 84 overall. I can't pay you 12. I can't. He's going to have to walk. The Cowboys are 11-1. I just need to know how. Like, where do the Cowboys rank? I stopped at week 13 just to see how things were going. Our offense is so bad. The defense is okay. How are the Cowboys 11-1? Total, they're pretty good. Offensively, they have a good offense. Not a great passing offense. That's got to be Ezekiel Elliott. They don't pass the ball well at all. They're entirely run-based. Who's the highest passing offense? Falcons? Falcons playbook could be the move. And the Cowboys have the best defense in the NFL. Then Broncos. We're not that far down, but Atlanta Falcons offense. All right, that's going to be the playbook I try next. Because we have a really good offense, and our offense is so bad. I know that's an oxymoron, but our offense doesn't perform well, and we have great talent. All right, we lost. We went 8-7-1. We turned it around. Falcons playbook is the truth. Where did we finish in terms of total offense? 19th? Oh, we really made a big change. That's not even sarcasm. Like, we did real well. On the defense, 3rd in the NFL in terms of yards. This is a new team. We're doing a 5th season. Seth Valentine was all right. Turned it around. Derrick Henry. All I needed is him to be a complimentary player. He doesn't have to be anything good. A.J. Brown had 14 TDs. Ooh, receivers going off. O.J. Howard playing less of a big role, but that's fine. Defensively, Jalen Walker should not be leading our team in tackles. He's a cornerback. That's no bueno. Denard Crothers, another 10-sack year. Harold Landry with 8. Jabril Peppers, 3 picks. Adoree Jackson, 3 picks. Jayon Brown with 2. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yearly awards. Josh Allen wins MVP. Yeah, Bills went 12-3-1. Yeah, all right. Okay, sure. Sure they did. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Allen, yeah. Where are the Titans? Defensive Player of the Year, Joe Schobert. No Titans. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Justin Woodard, the backup running back. Cool. Corey Snow, also. All right. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Darren Smith. No Titans. We didn't start any rookies. Our defense is good. Season 5's our year. And I know I say that sometimes. I never really know because simulations is such a crock of shit. But this is our year. Casey is down to an 80. However, A.J. Brown is going to get more money because he has just had 14 touchdowns. DeAndre Walker, there's no point to re-sign him. I can get a better punter than Brett Kern at this point. He's down to a 73. Saints beat the Colts in the Super Bowl 27-24. Free agency. We have no money. Not even any, like, real great free agents here. What do I need? I need an outside linebacker. Who did I not bring back? Jarrell Casey? I'm going to do a once-over on the team. Make that decision. There are always sick defensive tackles, so we'll probably draft one of them. Move to a 3-4 end. Or keep it at D-tackle and then move over Crothers to 3-4 end. 87 overall, 89 offense. Defense is taking a step back in terms of overall because we lost some pieces. But the offense is really good. Defensively, we need to replace spot right here. Or, oh man, 4-3. 4-3's calling. We need an off-the-ball linebacker. 4-3's calling my name. Look at this. Crothers D-tackle. Simmons D-tackle. Harold Landry's a natural end. Oh, we need an end in that case. Okay. We need it anyway. We need an edge rusher and we need an interior guy. So we need 2 defensive positions. Edge and IDL. So I said edge and IDL. I meant edge and off the ball linebacker. That's what I meant. I, for some reason, got twisted. I thought we needed an interior defensive lineman. That's what IDL, of course, means. Oh, we have Strong, who's a trade piece. Or we could be a little bit cheesy and move Jabril Peppers to linebacker. He's a run support player anyway. I kind of want to do that. I know that's kind of weird, but also, like, we can just pretend he's a money backer, which isn't a position here that you can do. So Jabril Peppers now plays outside linebacker. We're scheming. Jabril Peppers, 87 overall. I'm in. So now all we need is an edge rusher. Jalen Walker's a beast. It's a cool name, too. I like the name. Like, Jalen Walker, Texas Ranger. I guess Tennessee Ranger now. Since they moved from Texas, Houston, Texas. Bad joke. All right, no. All right, we only pick at number 20 now. We're going to move up for... What do we need? What did I say? Edge. Here's our guy, Kasheem Brooks out of Stanford. I'm in. Oh, my goodness. Parrish Todman skipped the combine. Said, hey, Roger Goodell. Suck my dick, idiot. Here's another guy. People said, like, oh, Mangle, you changed the thing. Like with the, it's out of order, so you edited the stats. No, I didn't. Sometimes it just happens. People said apparently that it's when somebody wins the Heisman. So maybe he won the Heisman as a defensive player, Demarius Pippen. We could check the news stories, I guess. I don't really care. But I'm a little bit curious to see if that is a true thing now. What did I say his name was? I don't remember. Demarius Pippen, raw power, just destroyed bench press, maybe something. I don't know. All right, trading a 1, a 2, and a 2 next year for number 6 from the Bucks. We're basically making like a Bears trade for Mitchell Trubisky here, mortgaging some of our future in order to get a stud. Actually, Marcus Davenport is a more apt description. DeAndre Fountain. It's kind of a sick name. You could say he makes it rain when he scores. We're taking Kasheem Brooks out of Stanford, speed rusher, beast. Welcome to the Tennessee Titans. 77 overall, number 5 in the class. We took him at number 6. Star or better development. Looks sick. 84 speed, 83 finesse moves, 86 acceleration. He's going to play right end for us and hopefully be a monster. Round 3 will take defensive tackle depth. Juwan Lincoln out of Ohio. 86. We took him at 84. That's a good signal to end the draft. Ooh, A.J. Brown finally got star development. There we go. Super Bowl week. Killer. Kasheem Brooks goes down at right end. That's sad. I'm not about to sign Cody Parkey. We're going to sign Ross Green. I don't know if I even said that this was the team for Season 5, the 5th and final season, but it is. Seth Valentine is our QB. Decent receivers, including O.J. Howard. Good offensive line, and then defensively, we are stacked. We really are. We've got a great defense. A lot of heart on this team. Brooks is now up to a 77. We're in week 2. We're 1-1. So, will we end without making the playoffs even once with a juggernaut? It is my channel after all, and it is Madden 20. I know this is not just bad luck on my part. This is everybody that tells me in the comment section. You just crushed the Falcons, though, 45-14. So maybe this team can actually put up points. 5-2 at the midseason mark. Winning the division. That's what it's all about. Finally, with a 91 overall team. That's all it took. Things did not go well the rest of the way. I stopped the simulation at week 14 just to check. No good. 6-6 now. What happened? What happened? We were doing so well, and then we're like, how about we just lose 5 in a row? Oh my goodness. 3 points to the Colts, 6 points to the Bengals, 5 points to the Dolphins. We're going down by 1 each time. I don't know if you noticed. Then by 1 to the Texans, and by 10 to the Bucks. Just where we had a rough go of it there. We can still make the playoffs. We're 6-6. We just gotta. We really just have to win out. 10-6 can make the playoffs. 9-7 can probably make the playoffs. Even. Please, 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 please. Gosh. Went 7-9. Hope you guys had fun. We had a good offense, man. 8th offense. Tell me it was the defense in the move to the... No, we had... What? We were 4th in offense and 2nd in defense in terms of yards. 6th in points scored and 5th for points allowed. How do we not make the playoffs? Oh, my Lord. We had a top 5 team offensively and defensively overall for yards and points, and we missed the playoffs. We won 7 games. Kyle Gaines was great. 7 TDs for A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, and O.J. Howard. Jabril Peppers had 5 sacks. 8 for Jeffrey Simmons. 6.5 for Landry. 6 for Crothers. Interceptions. 3 for Jalen Walker, Tre'Davious White, Jayon Brown. Oh my God. We have a top 5 offense and defense, and we missed the playoffs, dude. I don't even know what to say. That's just crazy. We're at the Super Bowl. We obviously didn't make it. We're going to end the video. That's 5 seasons of failure, despite building a beast. 91 overall is one of the highest. Valentine's up to superstar development now. I can't wait to revisit this rebuild, honestly, because some of these players are going to be really fun to play with, including Kyle Gaines, who's also up to superstar now. He just got it. Crazy. Crazy this team didn't make the playoffs even once. Brooks had superstar dev. Jabril Peppers goes up to superstar dev. This team was nuts. This team was nuts. Oh. That's going to do it for the video, guys. I am the unluckiest Madden player possibly on the entire planet. Probably on the entire planet. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.